Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So in this channel I'm going to explain you about the entire physiology for your first year examination. So in that, the first topic which I'm taking is central nervous system, which is assumed to be the most difficult and the highest weighted chapter in the entire physiology series. So first, let's start about the central nervous system. So part A, it has totally four parts. So part A, part B, part C, and for part D. In part A, we will be learning about introduction to neurophysiology, which includes synapse, EPSP, IPSP, summation. All these things comes under introduction. It's just an introduction to the neurophysiology. Then part B, which includes the sensory system. Then part C, which includes the motor system, which is the very important. Okay, this holds the highest weightage within the CNS. So we will complete motor system. Then part D, that is hypothalamus, EEG, sleep, limbic functions, and higher functions of brain and cerebrospinal fluid. So entire total CNS contains four parts. In that, I'm gonna tell you about the each and every part, the most important and the repeated questions and the most probable questions for your university examination. Yes. So we have part A, that is introduction to neurophysiology. I will be completing this in just 3 or 4 videos, max to max 4 videos. I will be completing the entire introduction to neurophysiology lectures. So I will be completing the entire CNS series within 20 to 25 videos. That too, the each time interval, each video will be around 30 minutes to 45 minutes. That's it. So you will be able to you will be able to you will be able to complete the entire CNS in just 20 to 25 videos. That's it. So don't worry, please support me. I will be completing entire CNS. So first thing, part A, that is introduction to neurophysiology. I will be completing it in just 3 to 4 videos. So the long essay, that means the 10-mark question, very important from this concept, is synapse. You will be able to describe the structure of a chemical synapse with a diagram and steps involved in transmission across the synapse. And next, about the properties of the synapse, very important 10-mark question, that is long essay question from this concept, is synapse. Then coming to the short essay, that means the 5-mark question which you are expecting from this unit, is EPSP and IPSP, very important. Then Renshaw cell inhibition, it is also a very important 3-mark questions. Okay, then next one, summation and occlusion in the synaptic transmission. So these are the very important 5-mark question under short essay. Now coming to the short answer, that means 3-mark question. In that, the most important is neuroglia, types of neuroglia and functions of neuroglia. Then astrocytes, oligodendrocytes, microglia. So these are the important 3-mark questions. Then EPSP, again the 5-mark question, you already learnt in 5-mark. So same thing you have to write in 3 marks also. It's also a very important 3-mark question and 5-mark question. EPSP, you have to write about the important features of EPSP. I will explain you in my coming videos about all these things. So how to write in university examination, I will provide all the notes for you. So before that, please concentrate on the most important and the repeated questions, because in all the exams, no, the same thing will repeat. So you have to prepare. See, actually how you have to read means, first you have to read entire thing for your knowledge. Then if your internals is coming by 1 month, you have to take all the important questions from your university, past university papers, and then you have to prepare for that question. You have to prepare the answer and you have to memorize it, revise it, and repeat it, so that you won't forget it. You can't read and keep everything in your mind, right? So for that reason, I'm providing all the important questions and most repeated questions and the probable questions for your exam. So the same thing will repeat in your exam. So don't worry. I will be completing entire CNS, which is assumed to be the most difficult players chapter in your entire physiology. So we will be able to complete everything within just 20 to 25 videos. So please stay tuned, guys. Okay. Yes. So EPSP is important. Synaptic delay, which is also a very important. It is a 3 mark question. Synaptic inhibition. These all comes under the properties of the synapse. Okay. So in 10 mark question, you will be already learning about the properties of the synapse. The same thing they can ask you in 3 mark question. Okay. So synaptic delay and synaptic inhibition, they can ask. See again, the Renshaw cell inhibition comes in 3 mark question. Very important. Okay. Neurotransmitters in the CNS. So these are the very important questions in your okay part A. So long essay, short answer, and short answer. All these things I have covered. Most repeated questions. Now coming to part B, the sensory system. Okay, this is very important under the CNS. Now we will be having long essay under sensory system, that is 10 mark question. So it includes sensory receptors. Sensory receptors ಅಲ್ಲಿ you will be able to explain about the definition of the sensory receptors first thing, then classification of sensory receptors with examples for each, then the properties of the sensory receptors. So for 10 mark question, you should be able to explain the definition. The next thing it is the definition first thing, then classification, examples for each of the class, then properties of the sensory receptors. Very, very important. Then next one, it is dorsal column pathway. Dorsal column pathway is very important question. Okay, last year it appeared in our university exam. Okay, so dorsal column pathway is very, very important. So in that you have to describe the dorsal column tract and its functions. Okay, very, very important functions. And what are the sensations carried by dorsal column pathway? That is very important. Sensations carried. The next important question is pain pathway. Under long essay, you will be having sensory receptors, dorsal column pathway, and pain pathway. Under pain pathway, you should be able to explain, that is describe the pain pathway and important features of fast and slow pain. So this comes under the 10 mark question. Now short essay. In under short essay, that is 5 mark question. Weber-Fechner law, important. Bell-Megendy's law, exception to this law. This is also very important. So I will be explaining each and everything in my playlist. So don't worry. Definitely you will be able to understand everything. Compare fast pain and slow pain. This is very important questions. In Viva also they will ask you this. What is the difference between fast pain and slow pain? So this is very, very important question. Okay. Yes. Then next one, referred pain. Referred pain, very important. Okay, you have to explain, you have to define what is referred pain, examples for the referred pain, and the theories will be there, how the dermatomal theory, all these things and comes under this one. That is also very important. And the physiological basis of referred pain, very, very important. Then endogenous pain inhibiting system and its role, it's very important question. Okay, endogenous pain inhibiting system. Next, coming to thalamus. Thalamus is a very important question. So the most repeated question is thalamus. Okay, so thalamus, in that you have to describe the nuclei and functions of thalamus and about the thalamic syndrome. Then Brown-Sequard syndrome. See, you cannot imagine how important it is. So much important. So many times repeated question is Brown-Sequard syndrome. I will explain you this in a very beautiful manner. It's very interesting and very simple. So don't worry. So Brown-Sequard syndrome is important. Then coming to the short essay. Short answer. That is 3 mark question. That is thermal receptors and their location. Yes, thermal receptors and their location. Then it is Pacinian corpuscle, important. Phantom limb and its basis. It's very interesting and it's very important also. Okay, this is explained by one law. That law is the law of projection. So you have to explain that in your Viva questions also. They will ask you what is the basis of phantom limb. So you have to remember this, very, very important question. And stereognosis is definitely an important question. Dissociated anesthesia and dermatomal theory of referred pain. So these are the important questions from the introduction to neurophysiology and the sensory system. Okay, so the motor system and the hypothalamus part, important questions. I will be uploading it in the next video. So please support my channel. Thank you so much. Bye bye.